Do you make stuff harder than it needs to be? I sure do sometimes. Not intentionally, of course, but because I think too much. How about you? Watch this short video on how to avoid making decisions harder than they really need to be. I'm Bob Wendover. One of my favorite mental models is Occam's razor, because I spend so much time struggling to follow it. Occam's razor states that, in essence, the simplest explanation or solution is usually the best. But I'm a bright and creative guy, and I start thinking, nah, it couldn't be that simple. So I get out my pad of paper, or maybe stand in front of my whiteboard and start listing bullets and developing diagrams. Kind of silly, right? But I bet you are bright and creative too, and you do the same thing sometimes. The brain has a funny way of adding complexity to our thoughts. When we allow this to happen, we expend unnecessary energy and waste time. I have a coffee mug on my desk printed with the words, "Hang on, let me overthink this." Why don't I pay attention to its wisdom? I make my living teaching people how to reduce the stress in their lives by making fewer and better decisions. Yet, like many people, solving problems in a simple and concise way can elude me if I allow it. I admire people who are able to get to the essence or just ask the right question at the right time. And when they do, I kind of smack my head and I think, well, why didn't I think of that? So, how can you and I do this better? After all, we waste time and energy when we defy Occam's razor, right? Here are 3 things that I do that I've learned from some of the top and yet peaceful performers I've met over time. See if you can adopt them as well if you haven't done so already. First, shut up. Talk show host Larry King was quoted as saying, "I remind myself every morning that nothing I say today will teach me anything. So, if I'm going to learn, I must do it by listening." Now, a lot of the time, I've discovered that a solution to a problem is in the words of others. Whether it's in a conversation or maybe a meeting, let others speak first. Not only might they mention an effective approach, but you might also sense the group's consensus around which way to move forward. Second, put the problem in your slow cooker. My colleague Judy taught me this a long time ago. In this seemingly rushed world, we tend to seek an immediate solution to every problem, don't we? In reality, we always have ample time to consider solutions if we choose to take it. Ignore those around you who tap their foot waiting for an answer. You'll have the confidence to simply say, "Hey, I'm going to think about this for a while." And let it sit in the background as you go about your day. I've been amazed at the number of times the solution appears in the midst of totally unrelated thoughts. Don't ask me to explain it, just trust the process. That brings up number 3, rely on your intuition. We all have a little voice narrating our lives, don't we? Problem is, we don't listen to it, especially when we think, nah, it couldn't be that simple. Don't believe me? Read Dr. Larry Klein's book, The Power of Intuition. He does a great job of explaining why intuition is one of the brain's little superpowers. What do you do to keep it simple when making decisions and solving problems? The rest of us would like to know. Put those in the comments below. Now, you want more great insights like this? Subscribe to my weekly newsletter, Common Sense Insights. Just click on the link in the description. I'm Bob Wendover.